Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today's inspiring quote of the day is stay close to anything that makes you glad to be alive. Today I'm going to be making a card, and I'm going to make my background with my Brusho crystal powders. So the colours I'm going to be using are, I have a lemon and yellow, I have ultramarine, emerald green and turquoise. And what I want, I'm using this Multi Techniques, it's a heavy cardstock. And I'm going to be then using some Lavinia Stamps as well afterwards. So let's begin with the background. So what I want to do is I'm going to just pop some water down on my cardstock. And as you can see, there's already bits of the little crystals there. You can see the colour already starting. I'm going to start with the lemon. And I just keep these little sticks in mine. I've had them for quite a while, but I know you can, I've seen other people putting pins in, which probably is very convenient, but I've had this done for quite a while. So let's see. The water has made my paper curl. I'm going to actually just take the sticks out first. That's done. Let's flatten that down a bit. Coming in with some yellow. Some of the emerald green. Wow, they're just beautiful. Some of the turquoise. Just gonna give that a bit of a spritz. How gorgeous is that? And some of the aquamarine just up around here, I think. I can come back in with the water again. Wow, it's just beautiful. Now, it can get quite messy, so it's probably handy to have some kitchen towel at hand. So I'm going to pick that up and just... Now, you could use this ink as well. You could come in with some more cardstock and, you know, place it down. I'm sure you'd get a lovely impression. But just for today's card, I'm going to do this. I just want to pick up some as well off of the cardstock. Yeah, loving those colours. You can keep adding more, you know, you can go and change it. I quite like that actually. You can have a good play around with it, and you know, you can't control exactly what you're going to get, but I think that's the whole fun, isn't it? That's part of the fun of it. just seeing what's going to develop. Next thing I'm going to do is I want to come in with my heat gun because I'm kind of happy with the way that has come out now, quite like that. So I want to try and dry it and keep as much of that as I can. Yeah, that's why it's important that you use a heavy cardstock for this. As you can see, there's a little bit of warping going on, but it'll be fine once it dries back. Okay, just coming back in with a piece of clean paper towel. And I'm just giving that a rub because some of the crystals, as you can see, have kind of formed on it. And it's very important to make sure that your card is very dry before we move on to the next stage. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm coming in with my stamping platform. And like I said, it's important to make sure that it's dry. I'm gonna just pop that down. And I want to use some of these beautiful Lavinia stamps. So I'm coming in with the fairy house. I'm also going to use some of these little, they're called the little fairy foragers. And possibly that little mushroom, slender mini mushrooms. So I want to pop that about there and pick it up. Now I'm going to use my Versafine Clair in the Nocturne. And ink that up. Beautiful background, I'm loving it. So just want to wipe that off. And I'm just going to come in with these little fairy foragers. So let's see. And this little guy. And this one, I think. I will use that one, but not yet. Excuse me. Just want to get the placement of these right. Yeah, we'll go with those two for now. And again, the Versafine Clair Nocturne, I'm going to ink them up because you need to have something that will stand out, so that's why I'm going with the black. Beautiful. I think these stamps have been a great investment. You know, I've had so much pleasure, and you can just use them over and over. Some of these are years old. I mean, it's important to look after them, but you'll have them, well, from what I can see, you'll have them for life if you look after them. I've had no issues anyway with mine whatsoever. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might pop him up there. The next thing I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm coming in with a little mini mushroom, and I'm going to pop him onto my acrylic block, and I'm possibly finished with this now, so let's just wipe them down. And again, the same, Versafine Clair in the Nocturne. Oh, that didn't stick properly there, so I've just wiped it off and reattached it. So what I want to do is I want to come in and just pop some of these mushrooms around. And maybe just do a couple of the second generation ones there as well. Yeah, happy enough with that. So I'm coming back in with the little fairy forager that I haven't used yet, and I'm going to pop her down on my acrylic block. Let's see, I want to pop her on one of these little mushrooms. Yeah, maybe around there. So let's ink her up. And just trying to get the placement so that she looks as though she's on one of the little mushrooms. I think possibly there. Hopefully that'll be okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. So next I'm coming in with the Vine Flourish. It's another older Lavinia stamp that I've had for a long time. It's very pretty. So again, I'm going to pop that onto my acrylic block here and put my lid on there. I'm coming in with the Versafine Clair in the Rainforest for this one. So I'm going to leave it sit just for a minute because of all the ink in the background, and I'm not using the stamping platform. Just so that the ink will transfer, and there we go. Yeah, that's beautiful. Again, I'm not going to rush this. I'm taking my time, letting it sit for a few seconds. There we go. Just gorgeous. I'm loving the colours in this. Those Brushos really make a beautiful background. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm coming in with this little kind of fairy verse. I'm not sure where that one came from. I've had it for years. I don't think it's a Lavinia stamp one because it feels different. I don't have the original packaging. But I'm going to use the Versafine Clair in Twilight. Yeah, just making sure I have it turned the right way. And I want to come in here. Yeah, I think I'll go down further with it. Happy with that. Let's replace my lid. And clean off that glass mat. The glass mats are great for doing any messy work because it all just cleans off them. And there we are. So let's see. I'd like to put a few little bits, maybe sparkly bits in. So I think I'm going to come in with my Stickles and okay. Oh, there is still some in it. I have another one anyway, I've run out. Okay. Hopefully this one will work a bit better. Yeah, I think that one's coming out. I'm going to do the fairy foragers, just pop a bit along their wings. Sorry about the dogs. It's a tractor passing outside and they're not happy. Now let's see. And just this little one here. There we go. I'm coming in with my white pen. And I'm just going to go along the house here. So next I want to come in with my Distress Oxide in the walnut stain. And I just want to ink up my brush. Come along and just do a little bit around the edges of that. Let's see. It just frames it a bit, I think, if you darken the edges. And next I want to come in and just do a little bit of grounding in the background there. And for that I'm just going to come along, tear a piece of paper and what colour I think I'll use my Versafine Clair in the rainforest for that. And it's just, you know, lightly gone over it. You can see it just creates that kind of a background. So the house isn't just sitting in mid-air. Yeah. Happy with that. I had forgotten about my little fairy wings, but it's okay. Yeah, I think that's enough actually. And I want to come back in with my Stickles and make it look as though these fairies are just sprinkling a little bit of fairy dust down over the little fairy house. So for that, I'm just going to dab a couple of little bits of the Stickles. And lastly, I'm coming in, it's just an A4 sheet that I have scored, so I'm going to fold that and I want to pop this onto it. So I'm just going to leave my Stickles dry and I'll be back. I've just popped some double-sided tape on the back there. So I'm going to remove the backing and pop that onto my piece of card. Oh, there we go. Yeah, quite pleased with that. I don't know if you can see any of the sparkly bits. See if I can hit the light there with it. Yeah, I think you can see it there. You can just make it out. I've had great fun making this card today. It's lovely to get a bit creative and haven't used the Brushos in a while, so I'm delighted with that. So I hope you've enjoyed watching and I hope you have a great day. And thank you as always.